Hello, my name is Dragon. This is our second attempt at the trailer. We are the Void. I am the consenting fusion of everyone in the Void but the masculine person. And my sister Vibrato made a video that ended up being an hour long, so I thought maybe I should try to make a video. Vibrato is the fusion of everyone in the Void, the feminine person, which is why I see her as a sister. I'm going to try to make a very short video that just talks about strictly and only what things you gotta do to be able to play this game. Movement in this game is really strong. So dashes are single input. To walk, you double tap forward, but there's no back walk. Holding back will just spam back dashes. In the air, you can also dash, holding back. And you can crouch dash, that crouching in between the dashes on the ground, and dash dance, as well as in the air. And if you hold back in the air, you walk. Spark has a hitbox in this game, and it's very strong. Most strong aspects in this game are the mechanics that drain the foe's meter when you hit them, and build you meter. And some mechanics such as Spark hurt the foe and also heal. Piccolo just healed and hurt me, and also built heat and drained mine. So the game heavily rewards you for hitting sparks in neutral as well as vanishes in neutral. It also rewards you for hitting 5H and 2H in neutral, which is your standing heavy attack and your crouching heavy attack. Because those, we call them dragon impacts, and when you hit them in neutral, they will drain the foe a whole bar, and in combos, they drain the foe half a bar. So they are helpful resources for combo extension. In this game, you can cancel all attacks into all movement types, even if they miss. Except 5H and 2H, they only cancel into vanish. This is because 5H and 2H have armors. They have armor to mids and low attacks. And if I make the opponent do a low, it will armor through it. Some characters don't have proper DI lines on their H's, but every character has at least one dragon impact. So for example, Frieza's 5H, his rocks, won't drain and don't properly act as a dragon impact and get aura and the big effect. But his down heavy, his 2H, will. And eventually we plan on adding DIs to every character, and for both their 5H and 2H, as well as smash hit specials. Like my back medium special does a full screen, so that's called a smash hit. And we want to make it so that if the smash hit takes away your 5H or 2H, for example, if I do this move, I don't get a full screen on my DI. I no longer have a DI. So we want to make it so that this fancy dragon impact thingy is on the smash hit move, and it drains them and stuff. But we don't have that in yet. So, yeah. If the opponent's in hit stun, tagging will be quick. Just like in the base game doing specials with tag. The same concept, but also on physical hits. Supers only require half a bar of meter, and they cost you 0 meter. Also, if the opponent is in neutral and they get hit by a super, they lose all their meters. Similarly, level 3 ultimates now only require 2 bars of meter, and the entire duration of the ultimate drains their meter. That way they can't break them. For only half a bar of meter, Spark can be used as a breaker. So if the opponent is hitting you, you can break out of the hit stun with a Spark. Spark is invincible on the starting frames, but when the actual bubble is active and can hit the opponent, it is no longer invincible. With 1 bar of meter, you can break combos with a Vanish. Because Vanish, similarly to Spark, can be whiff cancelled, but with Vanish, if you whiff cancel your combo breaker, we call this a Vanish substitution, or a Vanish sub for short. If you whiff cancel a Vanish sub, you will not lose meter. Like that. Or this. And I don't lose my meter, so it is very strong. There is also a perfect parry button. That's the reflect button. But if you do, that's back plus S, which force pulls. You can key charge cancel it to loop that, and bring them in. Like that. Up plus S does a perfect parry button, which drains you a quarter meter. But you don't need meter to do it. Even with no meter, you can do it. It does not have armor, except in between frames 7 to 10. But if you're getting hit, you can also use it as a combo breaker, but you need a quarter to be able to do it. I cannot do it. But now I can. But notice I didn't have armor. I have to perfectly time it. And every time they hit my attempt, they build meter, and I lose my meter just for attempting. However, if I hit the perfect parry, it looks like this. Not like that. Like that. Very difficult to hit. It hurts them a lot, heals me a lot. Similarly, the Reflect hurts the foe, heals you, builds meter, and drains the foe's meter, just like perfect parry. But Reflect, their values are much smaller. See? If you do a Reflect before frame 7, it's a normal parry, not a perfect one. That's just a Reflect. Can't seem to hit it. That's a parry. Yay. The only difference between a parry and a Reflect is the time stop and the ability to cancel. The whole game is about using your movement options, a lot of which have invincibility, all of which is listed in the change log of the mechanics. Using your movement options, especially Super Dash, to bait out your opponent's attempts to break a combo, and keeping them having no meter and building meter. If you get a lot of meter, it puts you in power-up state, for free. So you're stronger, you build much more meter much quicker, you're faster, and that means you can do combos that they can't escape. Because you can dump meter to drain theirs, such as Vanish, which drains them meter. So let's say we have more than 3 bars. Now they have none. Just because I did a Vanish and then a Waveland. Wavelanding is forward or back plus dragon. It's our version of a wave dash. Not everything can cancel into wavelands, but most aerials should be able to. And everything on hit can. In the air, forward plus super dash equals flight. You can also just dash in the air forward, but you won't if the opponent is in hit stun. This is to keep you from accidentally flying past them in the combo. Hitting a super dash in the air puts you in a grounded state, So now I can do ground attacks in the air. You can also do this if you just do the super dash into any normal. For example, this is a jumping S. This is a flight S, which is the grounded S off of a super dash. If the opponent is in hit stun, you have infinite assists. But not in neutral. However, the cooldown is much quicker than in the base game, or at least it was before the most recent patch. I'm not sure how it compares to the recent patch cooldown now. If you only have 2 characters alive, you can do tag much more often. Once the X goes away from the face, you can tag it. If the opponent is in hit stun, doing a tag drains them a little bit of ki. They can use it as a combo extension. With only 1 character alive, pressing both assists at the same time puts you in the second round state of the game, Zeng Kai. Shenron wishes your characters back to life, and you're put in power up for approximately 5 to 7 seconds. When your character's flashing or running out of power up, you can reset it by doing a ki charge, or by hitting the foe with anything once they're in neutral. Resets. If you hit the foe with a spark, even if they're in hit stun, it'll reset it. If you're getting hit and you do a spark break, to break the combo, it'll reset it. And every ki charge will reset it, as well as supers and ultimates. The Zeng Kai state of the game is a completely different way of playing the game, and it requires the opponent to try to hit them with a level 2 super to take away their Zeng Kai, or kill the character in Zeng Kai, because then they won't have it anymore. With all of the crazy movement options at your disposal, such as down plus super dash, the EX super dash, canceling vanish into other vanishes, which build you meter, drain the foe, heal you, hurt the foe, with canceling all of your attacks and specials, all movement options being invincible to projectiles and beams, and the ability to cancel most actions in the game into a vanish or a ki charge. The world is your oyster, and you have a lot of free options available to you. I will now pass off the video. Thank you so much for watching.